My first aha moment came shortly after, in my house one morning, my wife said, honey, there's water rolling down the wall. And I was like, what? So I walked into the bathroom, and sure enough, there's just water pouring down the wall in our bathroom. So I thought to myself, A, it's not raining. B, I live in a 2-story house. So this is not good. So I go upstairs, and sure enough, the water heater upstairs had just cracked wide open, rusted on the bottom, and it was just pouring all the contents down the wall. So I said to myself, I'm not in the water heater repair business. So I called the guys from Home Depot, and they showed up out at my house. And they came out there, and the guys from Home Depot, they are smart. They don't come out and they go, Mr. Boullianne, it's the reverse Magnaflux generator heating coil that's busted or thrown a fault or anything. Because they know I don't want to know that. There's only 2 things I want to know when my water heater is busted, right? What is that? There you go. How much and how soon am I going to have hot water again, all right? The whole country is designed to outsource problems. I got a water heater that's busted. I'm not in the water heating business. So I call the guys in Home Depot who are. They look at me and they go, Mr. Boullianne, she's a goner. I can have a brand new one, same capacity out here at 3 o'clock, $585. I'm like, giddy up. Because I don't have time to, in my best Kramer impression. So give the key to the neighbors, they let them in, I come home that afternoon, I got hot water. I've outsourced my problem. And in fact, if you think about it, my wife, when she said, honey, we got water coming down here, she outsourced the problem to me, all right? So my first aha moment was, you can't outsource your weight loss problem. You just can't. I mean, just recently, my wife's Tahoe had some issues, and I took it down to the dealership, and I outsourced my problem to them. It cost me $1,680, but my wife's Tahoe's working again, and she can get back and forth to work. So the key we have to understand is that although we can outsource our problems and everything else in this world, you can't outsource weight loss. You gotta figure it out yourself. So, I gotta ask you a question. Why is weight loss so hard? Why is it so hard? I was able to do it, but I'm in the minority. There's 200 million Americans out there that want to lose weight and can't. Why is it so hard? It does take self-discipline, and we're going to talk about that. Self-discipline is a weight loss tool.
You have to change habits.
You have to change habits. Very good. That's one of the 5 basic truths. Anybody else? It does take time. It's not a quick thing. Exactly right. Well, as you know, I like to oversimplify things. So here's what I realized. Food and sex are in the same category. Now, we're not going to spiral into the gutter here. I know I got sailors in the audience, okay? One night I was home eating pizza with my wife. I love pepperoni pizza, drinking wine. And foolishly, I looked at my wife and I said, babe, out of all the things that are great and good in this world, there's sex and then there's pepperoni pizza. And she looked at me and she said, what? And I thought, wait a minute, I did put sex first. And then she said, what are you saying? And I said, hey, of all the things that are great and good, there's sex and then there's pepperoni pizza. This pepperoni pizza is fantastic. And she looked at me and she said, you're insane. Pepperoni pizza is way better than sex. So I said, all right. I walked right into that one. But it was kind of a moment that I realized in that conversation with my wife. I said, you know what? I'm right. It is in the same category. Our Maker designed us so that we would take great pleasure in both eating and having sex, because that was the way that we were going to ensure survival of the species. Again, go back to early man. You think you have life tough, all right? It was very hard for them. They had to stay focused on staying fed and on procreation. In fact, I read a great article that said early man burned 1 calorie for every 9 calories that he hunted and gathered. Early farmers burned 1 calorie for every 53 calories of crops they raised. Today, we burn 1 calorie for every 279 calories we buy in the grocery store. That's what we're up against. So you have to understand, one of the second aha moment for me in my weight loss journey was that I needed to start to enjoy food within similar bounds that I enjoy sex. But you have to understand that you have deep, deep-rooted desires to eat. Eating is a very pleasurable thing. So you have to realize that and understand that that's what you're up against.